Okay, so we got cutaneous receptors responding to physical deformation. All right, so these receptors are spread obviously all throughout our skin. Okay, parts of our bodies have more receptors per square inch, cutaneous receptors per square inch, than other parts of our bodies. So we have a disproportionate distribution of cutaneous receptors. So as it says on the screen, where do we have more receptors? So proportionally, we have more receptors in our lips, in our tongue. So those parts of our body have more receptors than what other part, for example?
Your big toe.
Well, there are better examples than that because your big toe has, you use that in ways that you don't think of. Pardon me? Yeah. Parts of it, yeah. So you have to really qualify that one. So let's just go with things like your back and your rib cage or out here, yeah. So you have less receptors in those parts of your body, or cutaneous receptors. So per square inch, you'll have less receptors than you would in your lips and tongue. Okay, and why would that be? I mean, why do we have a sensory system that's designed with disproportionate distribution of cutaneous receptors?
Because you don't feel things with your back. You don't, if you were blind, someone who reads Braille obviously would need more sensitivity in their fingers than their back.
Right. So he says you don't feel things with your back. But that's a chicken and the egg. No, but then he went on to explain it. Okay, you don't feel things with your back because one is you don't have that many sensory receptors. But then he qualified his answer by saying if I'm trying to read Braille or something, I'm going to have a problem using my back to read Braille. Okay, just because of the physical shape of your back, it's not in a good position to make fine discriminations because you can't put your back up against things in a way, you're basically all your interactions with your back are in a sense gross. They're not very fine or discriminative. Okay, and that's a function of the physical shape of your back. So why do you have a bunch of sensory system receptors back there? You don't. You wouldn't need them. They're useless to you. So you have some, so you can obviously feel with your back, but you have fewer receptors per square inch than other parts. So what's the value of having them lips and tongue? Right, so those things, lips and your tongue, have what? All kind of functional utility to us as organisms. Okay, we eat with our lips and our tongue, and one of our main forms of communication is with our lips and our tongue. Okay, so you want to get or receive a lot of sensory feedback from those parts of your body. Okay, and so one way to do that, or one way the system ensures that we do that, is provide us a lot of sensory receptors in those parts of our body. So, again, if you were going to design a sensory system from scratch, that's how you do it. In fact, nature's done that for us. So, anyways, the big point is we have disproportionate distribution of cutaneous systems. Okay.